guys, what's up? It's Fizzy here and I'm back with another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. In the background you're going to be seeing some uplink gameplay that I got on Nuketown the other day. I ended up going 57-3 in the end, something around that score anyway, so you can have fun looking over that while I'm going to be talking in today's video. And also I hope you enjoyed the opening clip. It was pretty cool. I did a little bit of a clutch, I guess, 1 versus 6, I was versus 6 opponents. I killed the whole team. And yeah, so that was cool. I don't normally get good scores on SND, so I thought I'd just add that into the video. It was pretty cool, and I was very excited when I got that. You could ask my friend and he would say the same thing. But yeah, we're going to be talking about something else today other than Nuketown and anything else. We're going to be talking about the black market, but just before we jump into that, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe if you're new to the channel for more videos like this and much more. So let's get into the video now. We're going to be talking about the black market, and basically we're going to talk about a couple of things. Firstly, of course, there's new weapons added lately. It was the HG40 was added, which is an SMG, of course, a replica of the MP40 from Call of Duty World at War. A pretty cool weapon. A couple of people got it now, maybe actually a bit more than a couple. A lot of people actually got it, but I'm obviously not one of them. I don't have any of the new supply drop weapons, so that's a bummer, you know, but oh well, you gotta keep trying, I guess. And you know, it's overall, we're going to come to that later with the cryptokeys, but I just want to go over the new weapons that were added. Also, a sniper rifle was added into the game. It was the RSA interdiction, I believe it is called. From what I've seen, it's not exceptionally great, and it's not like a one-shot kill or anything from what I've seen the gameplay of, and I think the snipers that are in the game already are better. But you know, I guess it's just a nice alternative for the people that actually do snipe on this game. I'm not one of them, so I'm not really interested in that weapon. Another thing that was added was the baseball bat, which is called the MVP, I think, in the game. I've seen it once or twice during my gameplay on Nuketown in general this week. It was the Nuketown 24/7 playlist, and I've seen a couple of people have the baseball bat and got killed by it a couple of times. I picked it up. It's nothing too special though, and it's just kind of like a reskin for a knife. I guess it's kind of similar to the Fury sword, but of course you got probably just a bit less for range, I guess. I don't know if there's any major differences in these weapons. I don't really honestly know the statistical differences. I guess they're quite similar though, and I can't imagine, you know, Treyarch adding in a huge advantage to the people that have the new weapons and stuff, the melee weapons, because that would be a bit too unfair. But yeah, that's basically the new weapons that were added. A couple of taunts, I guess, were added. The dab taunt and Drake's dance, whatever that thing is called, I'm not too sure. But yeah, those things were added. I think those things are pretty cringy, and you know, I don't really see why they should be in the game, but it's pretty funny seeing them there. And you know, that's basically it. I think the camos, probably a couple of new ones. I'm not too sure. I didn't really read over the notes of what was added, but I definitely know that those 3 weapons were. And you know, they're going a long way with this, because they started off with some cosmetics, then they started adding in butterfly knives and stuff, then new weapons like the MX Garand and the Shadow Claw, and now they're moving on to a reskinned MP40, which, you know, I guess they need to make money somehow, but really it is kind of ridiculous because you need to buy COD points in order to actually get those weapons. Like my friend that I play with regularly, you might see him on the leaderboard sometimes when I check the score. He's basically just getting a couple of these weapons, well, not that regularly, but the only ones he got were basically the butterfly knife, brass knuckles, and the iron gym, I believe, if I'm correct. No, it wasn't the brass knuckles, it was the wrench. Yeah, so the weapons he's getting aren't really that special, and he's getting them from the supply drops, you know, opening the common ones, and he's pretty lucky, I guess. But you know, I'm not really jealous of that, because the weapons he's getting aren't too great. They're fun to play with, but of course everybody's interested in the guns that are kind of pay to win ish, you know. The MX Garand, the HG40 that was added, the Shadow Claw is pretty sick, you know, those weapons. And those weapons are very hard to get with the cryptokeys, which is what leads me to the next topic, which is basically that they should probably increase the cryptokey rates. Now I know at the start they were greater and they decreased them in a patch, I believe, something like that happened. And you know, I think if they left them as they were at the start, it would have been best, because cryptokeys are hard to come by, and you'd be surprised, even if you collect a couple hundred, how soon they deplete, and you'll find yourself you're not getting too many great things with it, because you know, it's cryptokeys. You're not going to get too many great items with cryptokeys. You're better off with COD points, obviously, for real money. But you know, I guess, you know, if you collect a bunch of crypto keys, it's kind of better because the more you open at the same time, I think the better chances you have of pulling something nice. But at the same time, I think that COD points are just easier. But you know, I'm not sure. I was contemplating buying some COD points, but sorry, buying some COD points. Sorry for that voice crack. But I'm not too sure if I'm actually gonna do that because, you know, I mean, I like Treyarch, but I don't really want to be feeding them money, you know, and I guess the money doesn't even go to Treyarch, it goes to Activision, so I'm not really sure what to think of that. But the cryptokey rates could honestly do with some upping because you don't get too many of them. And the ridiculous thing is, like, me and my friend were playing yesterday and we finished the game. I came second, he came first with probably over 30 kills or something like that. We got probably like 6,000 points or so. We were playing domination, I think, on Nuketown. Anyway, that's not really relevant. The thing is that he finished first with like 500 more points than me, and he got 3/4 of a cryptokey for that match, and I got 3 cryptokeys for that match. So I got less points, less kills, and I still got more cryptokeys than him. He didn't even get a full cryptokey. I mean, that's quite ridiculous, and you might believe me or not, but that's exactly what he got. And you know, it's quite funny and ridiculous at the same time because the system is so glitchy. You can get like 5 cryptokeys a game that you do nothing in, and another game that you do absolutely crazy. You know, you go like 50-2 or something with like 8,000 points, you get 3/4 of a cryptokey. You know, that shit's possible, and it really should do some fixing. I mean, really, the cryptokeys should be rewarded to the players that actually play the game. You know, that actually get a lot of score, and just basically that actually, you know, reward the better players. If you get more score, you should get bonus cryptokeys, I think. Let's say if you go over 5,000 points, for each, let's say, 1,000 points that you get after that, maybe you get a cryptokey or something like that. I mean, they really should think of a way to get us more cryptokeys, and it would just get people to play the game more often, just kind of to entice them more to replay the game, because you'd get more cryptokeys and it's obviously more fun that way. If you don't really have a way to earn cryptokeys as fast, you're not really going to want to play the game as much, because, you know, you're going to see other people running around with crossbows and freaking MX Garans and shit, and all you're going to have there is a brass knuckles or something like that, which is quite useless, and you're going to feel a little bit upset, so you're not going to really want to play as much. And I don't know if that applies to everyone, but it kind of applies to me. When I see someone with a HG40, I've actually seen one person with that, and MX Garand, I see people with it regularly, and it really pisses me off because I want to be able to use that, and the only way I can use those weapons is kill the people that are using it and pick it up from the ground. And I guess if they up the cryptokey rate, you'd have a better chance at you know, obtaining the weapons. It'd just be more fun and people would want to play the game a bit more, but that's just my opinion. You know, obviously you don't have to agree with it. I'm not trying to impose anything on you guys, but it's just the way I think, and I think if they did something to up the cryptokey rate, it'd be pretty cool. But moving on to another idea, actually, that's probably popular within other YouTubers. I'm not really sure, I didn't really research this, so I'm not taking credit for this idea, but basically daily challenges or something along the lines of that you could complete certain challenges, or something similar that we had in Black Ops 1, which is contracts, and you could get extra cryptokeys for that. Now, back in Black Ops 1, of course, you had COD points, which was the in-game currency, which obviously wasn't you know, obtainable through real money. It was just kind of the money of the game, the in-game currency, and you could obviously buy weapons for it, score streaks, attachments, I think camos as well, I'm not too sure, perks, you know, you could buy all of that for the COD points. And you know, you could you had the wager match system, which you can gamble and earn more COD points and stuff. It was pretty fun. You don't have anything like this here, and I think daily challenges and or wager matches would be pretty cool if you could gamble your COD points or complete certain challenges, like special ones that could get renewed every week. For extra cryptokeys would be pretty cool. Like, let's say one challenge for, let's say, like 10 cryptokeys could be get 15 headshots in one game or something like that. Now I'm not sure if that's too fair, but you know, obviously Treyarch would be the ones to come up with the balancing and stuff for these challenges. You know, you could, let's say, have easy, medium and difficult challenges, you know, and these could all just change every week or every 2 weeks or something like that. You could have a special challenge once a week or once a month, or I don't know, something that would get people to play more, because you've got the normal challenges which reward you XP, which is obviously useful for leveling to level 1000, but at the same time it's not as good, I think, as if you had some challenges for cryptokeys. It'd be really fun, it'd be nice, and it just add a different kind of layer to the game, if you know what I mean. People would play the game for different reasons, and honestly you just get more players, I think, including me. I definitely hunt for all these challenges all the time, because you know, it would be really cool. And you know, you could, I guess you could bring up the argument that then we'd have too many cryptokeys, but let's say you could make it so that you have to buy those challenges with cryptokeys. So it's kind of like you're risking your own cryptokeys. Let's say you have to buy a challenge. Let's say there's a challenge, I don't know, that can reward you 30 cryptokeys, but you gotta purchase it for 10, you know, so you're risking your own cryptokeys. And let's say you have, I don't know, 3 games to finish that challenge, and if you don't, you lose your cryptokeys. You know, something like that I think would be pretty cool, because it would reward the good players. And you know, I'm not saying that people that aren't too good at the game shouldn't have the opportunity to get stuff through supply drops as well, but I think really it'd be only fair if the people that actually play the game and try their best get more. That's just the way I think. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. So wrapped it up here with the uplink gameplay. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for a bit of the rusty commentary. I just came back from a week break. As you probably know, I was away for some family issues and stuff like that, so I don't really want talking about that, boring you guys. But if you enjoyed the gameplay and the video, make sure to drop a like always, and I'll be back very soon with another video. So take care, have an awesome day, and bye.